Heart 8, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so let me set this up and tell me if I'm getting it wrong. So we were talking about streaming. I was saying streaming is the future. Video games, whether it's, what I think is going to happen is it's going to roll out slowly, just like digital distribution did, until ultimately it becomes the norm. And it's going to be in TVs and all kinds of things. And you're not even going to need consoles. So we're talking about this. And Heart 8 says, that's trash. Streaming is trash. We don't want it. And I said, pretty much, you're absolutely wrong, Heart 8. And I laid into you pretty good. And you said, I'm not afraid to debate you, Jaffe. I'll call in. So here we are. Tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me how you're right. Go.
Okay. So I'm definitely right. That's first and foremost.
Oh, well, you've won the argument.
Streaming is trash. Yeah, I really already won, but you want to talk, so we can talk.
Well, okay, but let's be clear. Let's be clear. I don't care. I don't care if you do shtick or character, but you literally have to.
I ain't no character.
Okay, but
no character.
Okay, but then you have to come with data and facts. You can't just tell me.
Can you let me talk? Can you let me talk?
I would like to, but I'm giving you some.
Cut me off.
Hang on. I won't cut you off again. I just want to lay some. I want to lay some ground rules down because I don't want you to feel I'm disrespecting you. I actually want to make sure we have a real substantive conversation. Just to say I've already won. It's trash. I'm like, really? All right, go.
Okay, can I go?
Yeah, go.
Are you finished?
I just said I was.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, thank you. You said that the first time. All right, listen. Streaming games is trash, and I'm about to break it down to you why it's trash. First, you got loss of image quality. That is trash. You think we pay all this money for these TVs to be gaming in low quality? Is that what you think we do? You think we got $200 Walmart TVs and we want to be playing games in low quality? No. Some of us, a lot of us, spend thousands of dollars on these TVs to have the best to only turn around and then start streaming? That doesn't make any sense. Also, input lag. Input lag is a big thing. See, a casual gamer like yourself, you're pretty trash at games. We already know this, right? You don't get it. You know what I mean? But for people that like to be competitive, for people that are good at games, that like to play online, input lag is a major thing that just will, have us not having a good experience. You understand what I'm saying, Jaffe? So you might not, because I've seen you play games. You're garbage. Right? You're garbage. But for people like me, I need the input lag to be as low as possible. And streaming, that is just not the case. That is just not the case. Then a lot of people do not have the best internet. You know what I mean? I know it's 2021, but there's still plenty of places in America where the internet is not good enough. I mean, shit, some of us do have high-speed internet, and it's still not good enough because we have to deal with companies like Comcast. I have 1,000 megabytes download and about 40-something upload. You see how, how crazy that is? Like, why is it so drastic on both ends of the spectrum? And this is Comcast. From time to time, the service goes out and things like that. So right now, streaming is just not valuable, and I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Now, I know you made the point talking about music and downloadable games. That is not the same. Also, I spent a lot of money on my audio system. So streaming is definitely going to have some shabby audio. It's not going to be top of the line like I would like to have. You know what I mean? So for people like me and people that want the best in quality, in visuals and sound, we're just not getting down with streaming. It's the same thing when it comes to movies and things like that. Yeah, I may stream movies, but when I'm really getting into watching a movie or I'm really serious about a movie, I want the physical because it has the best quality and the best audio, and that's what I paid for. I did not pay all this money for these things to nerf myself. So I feel like most people don't like streaming, and we don't care for it. Game Pass wouldn't be as big as it is, or wouldn't be as popular as it is if it was only streaming. This is why PlayStation Now has not really taken off. Most people don't even know that PlayStation Now has over 400 downloadable games. Most people are not even aware of this. We all was just under the impression that you stream games, so we done forgot all about it. Nobody really pays attention to PlayStation Now because they don't know. You know what I mean? Game Pass is good, and Game Pass is good for what it is because you can download the games. Anything other than that, we don't want it. Majority of us don't want it. And that's a fact.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Okay. So what's weird is it's almost like when you hear me speak, you choose to just ignore certain phrases. Because the only way you can come to the conclusion that I disagree with a lot of what you're saying is if you think what I have said is I don't understand why there are some people that don't like streaming at all, let alone today. What I have said time and time and time again is you are in the minority. It does not mean you are not an important voice. It does not mean that there will not be a market that serves you. But the idea that most people are going out and spending thousands and thousands of dollars on TVs and audio systems, and they want what you want, is simply not true. And I can prove to you how it's not true, because you can absolutely see the fact that the majority of money in video games right now is not made from people like you. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's made from people who play Roblox. It's made from people who play Fortnite. It's made from people who play cell phone games. It's made from people who do not care about the level of fidelity and quality. Now, I'm not one of those people. I respect that you care about that.
About input lag. People that play Fortnite would definitely have a problem with that. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So, if you are playing a competitive game, there is a market that will serve you. And it could very well be that input lag will become something that is too problematic for streaming to overcome in the next 10, 15 years. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? But what I don't think you or I can say, though, because we're not talking about streaming today. I think Game Pass as a downloadable system is viable today. I think streaming can be viable for a lot of games, but it kind of depends today. I've had good experiences with it, but a lot of people haven't, and I respect that. But if we're talking about in the future, it's absolutely going to be the future. And more importantly than that, it's really weird. A lot of gamers are like this that come to this stream that I talk to. It's like you seem to think why? Let me ask you this. Here's a question. Why can't you process the idea that there are aficionados of things? Like there are audiophiles, videophiles, people who love good cigars, people who love wine and they understand it. But the vast majority of people just get their wine to get drunk and go out and have dinner and drink, right? The majority of anything, which is where the most of the money is made, unless you're talking about super niche stuff, which video games are not, is made through the mainstream. The mainstream doesn't care about what you care about. Why is that hard for you? Why can't you just go like people who love records? It's like, yeah, for me, I'm always going to want to own my records and have vinyl or whatever. Why can't you just say, I like to own my games. I want the greatest fidelity, the best picture, the best sound, but I know I'm in the minority. Why is that hard for you to square that in your brain?
Let me say this. As far as the audio go, right? We can say I'm in the minority. As far as audio go, I don't think I'm in the minority when it comes to picture quality. You see people arguing all day long on the internet back and forth. We see people talking about graphics and image quality and things like that. Also, even if you want to say that's in the minority, one thing that is definitely universal is input lag.
It depends. If you are talking about, let me ask you a question. So if you can make put yourself in executive shoes and all you care about is making money. Say you're Bobby Kotick, right? Bobby Kotick doesn't make Call of Duty because he wants to please the audience of gamers who buy Call of Duty. If you went to Bobby Kotick and told him you could make so much more money or just as much money with less investment if you made Roblox games, he would make Roblox games, okay? So if the audience shows up in the majority and says, like my kids and their friends and most kids today, they don't buy games. They don't even download. I mean, they download them, but they don't own them. They don't own Fortnite. They don't own Roblox. They have a subscription, okay? If Bobby Kotick or Sony or any of these companies in the future go, wow, we can make a shit ton of money, but here's some games we choose not to make because it's not great for the system, then they won't make competitive fighting games. They won't make competitive shooters at that, or they will, but they'll be maybe more like Splatoon or a game where the input lag isn't as important, right? It's the market, the creative adjusts to what the market will bear, and the creative adjusts to what the market is saying that they will spend a lot of money on. So I would agree with you. We may not in the next 10 years get to a future where you can play a wonderful precision shooter like PUBG streaming and it feels fair. But that doesn't mean companies won't rise up and totally decimate and dominate the market because they say, yes, but low barrier of entry, low cost, variety, ease of use, all of that always trumps the aficionado vote. It simply does. So they'll make different kinds of games that speak to that audience that won't be problematic with an input lag. Why is this hard?
None of that matters if it is not an enjoyable experience.
Well,
Unless
yeah, no shit. No shit.
Hold on. Unless it's going to be a point and click game, input lag will always matter, even to the most casual person.
But you're not basing that off any facts. You're basing.
What do you mean? That is facts. Stream a game. It's horrible.
It's not.
Horrible.
Okay, I'm going to give you proof that it's not horrible. I'm going to show you. Are you watching the stream?
I didn't did it myself.
Okay, that's fine. But you currently.
I got experience.
I understand that, but you probably either don't have good enough internet yet, or you aren't close enough to one of the servers yet.
Oh, we got all of these excuses,
it's
man.
Not,
I gotta be right next to the server. It's the server. It gotta be my next door neighbor. That's what you're telling me, Jaffe? How many servers is gonna be right next to people?
What I am telling you is that we're not talking about today. I'm going to show you a video that I took yesterday that I haven't edited together yet, okay? This is me streaming on xCloud when I'm not doing a stream of my own, okay? But yes, the idea that these games will get to a point where they are more than acceptable to the vast majority of gamers, that is where these things are going. I agree with you. If you have had a bad experience, yeah, of course, nobody wants anything to do with that. But I'm telling you, the experiences are not bad. Hang on, you can laugh, but I'm showing you. Hang on a second.
Listen, man, I've been experienced streaming games, and it's not.
Are you watching?
Anybody that's
really?
I'm watching. I got it. I'm watching. I'm watching.
All right, this is one of the fastest games I know. This is streaming. I'm playing you a video of me the other day streaming this. Okay, this is coming on.
How can that negate my argument of input lag? I don't have a controller in my hand.
Because I wouldn't lie to you when I was literally.
I don't know what you would tell me, Jaffe. All I can go off of my experience.
But I am acquiescing to the fact that your experience has been shitty.
It can look smooth on your video all at once. How does it feel, Jaffe? How does it feel?
No, you're not really good at this because what you're trying to do, what I'm telling you is, I am arguing. Hang on, I'm going to mute you. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead,
I am arguing in good faith with you. I literally had a stream before you even called in where I was saying when I was playing Dark Alliance streaming, it was crap. I said it was unacceptable. Jaffe, are you on a wired internet? Yes, I'm on wired. Okay, so Brian King said, let's see Dark Alliance. Okay. So this is stuttering a little bit. This would be unsatisfactory to me, just so you know. But again, that's xCloud. I don't see this on Luna. But, you know. But yeah, this is not a good experience. It's good if you're a kid, but no, I don't like this. This is unacceptable. And that was also on xCloud. And someone said, oh, well, maybe that's because you're streaming. And I said, if this is what streaming was like, I would say, yeah, I want nothing to do with it. Okay? But what I'm telling you is if I'll admit that in good faith for the sake of this conversation, I'm agreeing or I'm accepting that your truth is your truth, which is you've had bad experiences. I would not lie to you and tell you that why would I want to sell you on streaming? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
See this game you are showing me, sir?
I am watching it right now.
Is this my future? Is this what you're telling me? Look at this game.
Because you don't even understand the technology. Are you thinking because this game looks retro, it doesn't deal with input lag? This game is fast as fuck. This game is... let me show you a better look. Is it the visuals you have a problem with?
I'm good, sir.
What does that mean?
I'm good. Show me... I would rather play like Forza Horizon 5. That's what I want my games to look like.
But
I didn't spend all this money on this stuff for my games to look like
you don't even understand the technology. Streaming doesn't matter. You could stream an Atari 2600 game, or you could stream Cyberpunk. It's the streaming doesn't care what the game is. It's coming off. It's a TV signal basically, right? So look, I'm showing you right now. I'm showing you Vermintide, which is a much more high fidelity game. The only reason I put up that game first was because it's so fast that the need to have the input be responsive is more noticeable if it isn't.
You was hitting the wall a lot, so it couldn't have been that responsive. You were hitting the wall a lot. Now, was that the controller or was it your skills?
It was absolutely not the controller. It was not the input lag.
Input lag or your skills?
Well, okay, that's that. Okay, here, watch me hit the wall.
It was hitting the wall.
I'm putting
which one it was,
and I'm putting it back up now because I hadn't played this game in a long time.
You couldn't stay on the road. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I haha, funny, blah blah blah.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, it has nothing. It has nothing.
You gotta relax. You gotta relax.
It's not that I have to. It's not that I have to relax. It's that you have somewhere along the lines you've been convinced that being loud and being boisterous and silly
I'm just here to talk about.
I know, but what you're not really arguing good faith because what you're trying to do.
I already argued. I made my points. You didn't make yours.
I totally made my points. No, you didn't make your points.
You're trying to show me gameplay that doesn't have anything to do with input lag. It has bad input lag. Streaming has bad input lag.
You're really. I can't have this conversation with you if you're going to argue this way. You're not actually arguing and debating in good faith. If you're coming to this argument suggesting that you can't take my word on the fact that I'm not experiencing input lag, even though earlier in the stream I literally said this is so laggy and unacceptable that I wouldn't play this. So I've openly, even before we were in a debate, before I knew we would do a debate, I made it clear that I have no problem. I'm not in this to win this. I'm in this to give you my experience honestly. And I said to you, or I said to the stream, I can't play it like this. And so I stopped playing it. So when I'm telling you in good faith, I was not experiencing input lag, I wasn't. And you're like, but you're hitting the wall. How do I know? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know, man. I can't convince you. Let me show you some other games. Maybe that'll help. You're actually coming.
I've experienced streaming myself.
But you haven't experienced it.
I never. That's what you say. How you know I didn't have a good enough connection? What's the connection that they say that you should have?
I will tell you, but here's how I know you haven't had a good enough connection. Because if you've walked away from it and you have been like, that is shit and that is unacceptable, then you haven't experienced good streaming. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's how I know.
So what should my speed be to have an enjoyable experience?
How would I know that? You tell me. What does the internet tell you it should be?
No, that's what I'm asking. I thought you might have known all this.
I mean, I can. No, I can look it up real quick. Give me a minute.
Or you could just say, what is your internet speeds?
I will tell you that in a second too. But I will look up what they recommend for streaming, and it is ping as well. But hang on a minute. I'm going to look it up right now. Okay, so I will look up. Let's see. I'll look up Stadia. No, well, best streaming. What's the word? Recommended.
For me, I got 1,000 megabytes down, and I got 45 up.
Recommended streaming speed for Stadia. Let's see. Okay, well, your internet is better than mine, and you're telling me that you either must be in Timbuktu away from a server. Like, where do you live?
I'm in Georgia.
What part? Are you close to Atlanta? I don't know where their servers would be.
I'm about an hour from Atlanta. Yeah,
I mean, I imagine you would be close enough. All I can tell you is that my internet down is like 280. And my internet up is like 14. So your internet slams the fuck out of my internet. And I'm telling you, when I'm playing these games, there is no, and you've got people in the chat that also are playing I mean, we're not experiencing what you're experiencing.
Play a fighting game. Play a fighting game. And then come back. Play some Street Fighter and then get back with me and tell me there's no input lag.
That's a different thing, though. I already said right now, there are absolutely going to be some games that are competitive that you are not going to want to compete with someone else. But I could absolutely play a single player fighting game and not have a problem with it today. But to go into the future, I probably would need to. In fact, here I'll give you something. I'll show you one right now. Not a problem, pal. But yeah, I'm streaming at the same time, so it's kind of hard to do both. But hang on. But let's see.
So that's a problem in itself, right? What if you want to stream games and stream to your audience at the same time? Then that's another issue.
It's not an issue. It's an issue right now, and it's an issue. I mean, the number of people who stream, and that's going to be the reason that the future doesn't take off, because streamers won't be able to. I mean, come on, they just won't.
I mean, that's look. Streaming is very big right now.
Okay, man.
People want to stream. People want to stream.
We are, yeah, they do want to stream. We're talking about the future. We're talking about the fact that
How far are we talking? How far in the future are we talking?
I think where you are going to get is you are going to get, it's going to be just like downloadable digital content. You are going to see games get, hang on, I'm bringing this up real quick. Hang on, Xbox. You are going to see games more and more and more become sub-services, and then more and more and more become streaming services. I don't mean today. I don't mean in a year, but I definitely think in a year there are going to be more people streaming than there are today. 100%, absolutely, hands down. It is going to be a gradual adoption, and the internet's going to get better, and games are going to adjust because the money is going to be there. Hang on, I'm entering my thing. I'll show you a fighting game. Hang on. I mean, again, it's almost like you don't get the fact that I'm not arguing with you about today. I get that today, for a number of people, it's not the most satisfying experience, but not for everyone. But there's enough people that have experienced a positive experience with it that if you can extrapolate that out, you go, oh, I can see how this is going to become the norm. Here, I don't know. Again, I'm streaming, so I'm probably going to get a little lag. I'll put up Streets of Rage is on here, I think. There, Streets of Rage 4. All right. I mean, that's the best I can do because I wouldn't. I guess there's what's that game they put out? Killer Instinct, right? Now, I have never played a fighting game over streaming, but let's see what it feels like. I'm not vouching for this. But I'm curious though, because you asked. Something's not right. I got my controller. It's fine. Here we go.
The point I'm trying to make at the end of the day is that majority of us gamers don't want streaming, and we don't want it no time soon. We're not looking forward to a streaming future.
And what I'm saying is, I absolutely the only thing I will say that I disagree with that statement on is, you are not in a position to speak for the majority of gamers. You are in a position maybe
run
to
a poll, Jaffe. Run a poll. Run it on YouTube. Run it
think
on
about
Twitter.
think about it. The number of people who my kids and their friends and their high school wouldn't even know what the fuck we're talking about. Okay, so
How old is your kids?
running 17 and 15, running a poll in a place that people would actually take it and know what we're talking about is the exact problem. You absolutely are, in my opinion, speaking for the people who go on NeoGAF, the people who watch shows like this. Sure, I'm not denying that. I think you're absolutely right. It's going to be a while before you guys come around. But you guys aren't playing Fortnite or Roblox either, right? The fact is, you guys are in the minority.
And they wouldn't be playing Fortnite either if they had to stream it.
No, they would. Okay, but what they would do though is there would be another game that worked. They would still be playing Among Us, and they'd be just as happy.
Look how low we have to degrade the games just for this.
They don't care though. Can you guess the top earning games of last year?
If I had to guess, I would say that.
And let me give you the money first.
Okay.
The number 5 game earned a little over $1 billion. The number 4 game earned a little over $1 billion. The number 3 game earned about $1.3 billion. The number 4 game earned $2.5 billion, and the number 1 game earned $2.6 billion.
if I had to guess, just knowing, so Fortnite's probably number 1 or 2.
Not even on the
Call of
list.
Duty-
Not even on the list.
Really?
Yep.
So wait, you're saying games that earn the most?
Earn the
You
most.
said
Earn the most money.
Fortnite wasn't in the top 5?
Nope. Here's what's not there.
All right.
GTA's not there. FIFA's not there. Fortnite's not there. Call of Duty's not there.
I'm shocked.
Of course you're shocked. Because I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, you're not in the minority. You're not in the majority.
Well, what are the games that are on there?
Roblox was number 5. Coin Master was number 4. Pokemon Go was number 3. Number 2 was Honor of Kings, and number 1 was PUBG Mobile.
Those are mobile games, Jaffe. I mean,
they're all the games. This is all of the games. This is not the mobile games that earn the most. These are the games that earn the most. They don't care. It's a business. I'm not saying you don't care. I appreciate that. I respect that. I do. But that's not what we're talking about. I'm not arguing with you that your points are stupid. I'm saying they only become stupid when you shove those points into other people who don't value the same things you value. That's all I'm saying.
I think you're really underestimating people that think that they don't value having smooth controls. You know what I mean? I think you're really underestimating it. You're making it seem like people just don't care. They
don't care. No.
10 minutes later.
That's different. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's how you sounding right now. You're sounding like they don't care. Like everybody cares about input lag.
Yes,
if
but
they move the character and the character is not responsive.
Yes, it is a huge problem, and I never said otherwise. But what I said was the money will be there, and the gamers will be there because they will. If they basically prove that the audience will vibe with accessibility, then they will design games around the limitations, just like the best iPhone games that sell the most.
Oh, there's lag. You see this lag? It's lagging bad. You see it?
Yes, it's a fighting game. It's not terrible, but I'm not disagreeing with you.
Pretty bad.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but if you were playing a single player game,
do a 10-hit combo. Do a 10-hit combo, please.
I can't have this discussion with you. You're literally not arguing in good faith.
I'm arguing input lag. I said do a 10-hit combo.
I can't do a 10-hit combo on that game. I don't know.
Okay, let me say this, Jaffe. You gotta relax. You get sensitive way too easy.
Really?
We're only having a conversation. It's not that serious. You gotta relax.
I'm very relaxed. If I wasn't relaxed, why would I
have this conversation with you? Like, chill, relax. It's not that deep.
It's super fucking deep. I enjoy it. Let's be clear. Don't fucking patronize and tell me to relax. I enjoy having the conversation. I enjoy debate. I don't give a fuck if you. I'm sorry, your psychoanalysis of me.
Look at you. You're emotional. Relax.
Of course I'm emotional because I care. But I'm still having fun. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
I hope so. Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Trust me. Watch my stream. I do it all the time.
Okay.
All right, go.
Oh, go ahead. I mean, what happened to Killer Instinct? What happened?
It didn't play very well.
Okay, my point is made.
Your point is not made. Your point.
It's made, Jaffe.
Really? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me explain. Okay. Let me explain to you how your point is not made, and I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me how your point was made, even though I don't think it was. Okay. Let's be calm and listen.
I'm chill.
I don't care if you're chill. Let's just listen for a minute.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay. Your point is input lag matters. I don't think anybody would disagree with you that input lag matters. Of course it does. Okay? However, if you are playing an online fighting game and you are streaming it to an audience while you are playing it, I can't even play a platformer without getting unacceptable input lag, like I showed before we even had this conversation. Okay? So when you say your point is made, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you're not arguing in good faith. That's why the idea of chill, relax is really kind of a really bad faith debate tactic, because what you're trying to do You're trying to deflect and divert attention away from actually the meat of the topic. I've made it clear to you already. The things that you are saying are problems. I'm agreeing with you. But you're not listening if you think the reason I put Killer Instinct down is because your point was made. Right? I can't stream a game when I'm streaming to an audience. I showed you video when I wasn't streaming to an audience, when I was streaming on xCloud. And I said to you, there was no lag and it was acceptable. I also showed you when I was in good faith arguing that when input lag was not acceptable, I stopped playing. And so all of that as a basis for what we've been talking about. And then you come at me with, my point is made because you had input lag. There's literally a guy in the chat, Realism, says input lag is extremely important. I know. It's like you're not listening.
And that's why I said that streaming is trash. And you get on here and you show us what you're dealing with. And that is kind of proving my point.
Stop for a minute. Stop right there. I showed you a very fast racing game. I showed you a high fidelity visual game that when I was not streaming, there was no input lag. Why is that trash?
Listen.
No. Why was it trash?
Listen, you showed a video. We can't really confirm what was going on with said video.
Okay. So what's
going on live? When you show us what's going on live, it failed every time, Jaffe. Every time.
Okay, so what you're basically saying is because the very nature of how unless I invite you over, which I'm happy to do, unless I invite you over, I can't. I'm not worth having the discussion with then. So we may as well stop talking, because what I'm telling you is. I don't know what else to tell you other than I've been honest about when it's not working, and I'm honest about when it is working. If you're choosing to say that's not good enough, then that's fine, but then there's no point in arguing at all. Correct?
I mean, I'm just here to you wanted me to come here to make my point. That's what I did.
Yeah, but
every time you streamed live, every time you did it live, it failed.
Yes, it did. Do you know why?
That's all that matters, right in front of us, right for us all to see.
That's so dumb for you to say that. I'm sorry, but it's dumb.
I mean, what do you mean? It failed. You said it yourself. Oh, it's bad. You cut it off. It failed.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If you said to me you can fly a plane across the country, and I said, no, you can't, and I then said, you can fly across the country, but I took all your fuel away in mid-flight and you crashed, would I say you're a liar? But you failed. Yeah, you didn't have any fucking fuel, right? I am streaming a stream while I am downloading and playing a stream. So if you take away...
So if you're saying that your conditions is poor right now because of all the things that you are doing, then why even try to prove and show it anyway?
Because I assume,
why even go through it?
Well, because I had a video of it and I assume that would be acceptable given the fact that I don't lie. You can't point to any time when I've lied on this stream ever because I don't do it in my life at all. And you also, on this very stream, I tell you when it's shitty. So, but if you're not going to believe me on that, I don't know what else I can do for you. If you're basically saying I can't show it to you and no one else who's telling you that it's good is accurate, then yeah, fine, sure, no problem. I mean, that there's no way to win that debate with you. But if you want me to say, is streaming shitty right now for me when I am streaming and I'm also doing a live stream like I am with the show? Yeah, you're right. You win that argument. Not a problem.
There ain't nothing else to say then, right?
I guess not.
My point was just streaming is garbage and we don't want it. Most of us don't want it. Majority of people do not want no streaming. I don't see nobody running around talking about streaming games.
Yeah, because no one's had the experience yet.
So everybody just got a bad experience then, right?
No.
Just majority, a minority. I mean, nobody talks about PlayStation now. Most people say it's garbage. Mm-hmm. So you're telling me that, like, who's had a good connection and really enjoy PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now is not even really discussed. Nobody even really talks about PlayStation Now. We all tried it, and it sucked.
Yeah, I think the reason it's hard to discuss with you is because there's such an arrogance about this idea that we tried it. We don't want it. It's this horse shit, man. Okay, I played Metal Gear Solid Returnal, which is a very fast game, and it played great on streaming on PlayStation Now. So no, it didn't suck. Now Paulo in the chat says the majority of enthusiasts. That I will grant you. That is a different argument. Yes, for enthusiasts, I agree. But I'm not talking about that. Enthusiasts also don't want to play Fortnite anymore. They don't want to play Roblox. They don't want to even play a lot of Call of Duty. They're enthusiasts. They want the best of the best, and I respect that. It's not the majority, man. It's just not. All right, thanks for calling, Hard Eight. Call back anytime.